What you're about to see is Senator John Kennedy doing what few in Washington have the guts to do anymore: cut through the noise and call out the absolute disaster at our southern border for what it is. A man-made crisis, engineered and maintained by the Biden administration. He doesn't mince words, and neither will I. So before we get into it, hit that like button, subscribe, and stick around till the end, because you're going to want to hear the truth behind this exchange.
Thanks, Senator Klobuchar. Senator Kennedy.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Arthur, you are with the Center for Immigration Studies, is that right?
That's correct, Senator.
And that's a nonpartisan think tank, is it?
It is, sir.
Okay. The border is an open, bleeding wound, isn't it?
That's a fair way to characterize what's been going on for the last 4 years, sir.
The southern border is chaotic by design, isn't it?
Yes, it is. I've been covering the border for 3 decades, and yeah, it's pretty chaotic.
Would it be fair to say that the broken southern border is man-made?
It would be fair to say that, sir, based on policies that have been implemented.
And that man's name is Joe Biden, isn't it?
That would be a fair assessment, yes, Senator.
Under President Biden, if you wait in line for legal immigration, you're a chump, aren't you?
When you look at the benefits that have been given to people and the speed at which they've been released into the United States, I would be chagrined if I were waiting.
You're a chump, aren't you?
Yes, sir.
General.
Yes,
You
sir.
believe in open borders, don't you?
I believe in the rule of law, sir.
Right. And it makes you angry that President Trump does not believe in open borders, doesn't it?
Senator, I'm not here to discuss immigration policy. I'm here to discuss whether or not we use the military to enforce it.
And it makes you angry that most Americans don't believe in open borders, doesn't it?
Not in the slightest, sir. Again, I am not here to discuss the immigration policy.
Yeah. Duty, honor, respect, you talked about that
Yes,
in
Senator.
your opening statement. On October 14th of this year, you went on CNN. I want to read you what you said, make sure I'm accurate. Here's what you said. President Trump is not like any sane leader. I'm very proud of General Milley for saying that President Trump is a total fascist. To Bob Woodward, if he, as chairman of the Joint Chiefs, is calling the president a fascist, I'm so proud of him for breaking that barrier. The challenge is because most MAGA Republicans, they don't understand what fascism is. The reality is that they are, in fact, fascists themselves. Did I read that accurately?
Senator, I am happy to discuss my personal perspectives with you separately at any time. That's not the purpose of the hearing today.
Did I read that accurately?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah. You think you're smarter than the American people, don't you?
Absolutely not, Senator. I am here to discuss the use of the military as part of this mass deportation.
You think you're more virtuous than the American people, don't you, General?
Senator, I am insulted by your comment.
Duty, honor, and respect. You talked about that in your opening statement, didn't you?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Moran said, I wrote down her words. She said, by their actions, you know what someone's character is like. You agree with that?
Senator, for 35 years, I served my country with absolute honor and distinction, and I will continue to do so.
You agree with what Ms. Moran said?
Of course.
Mr. Got a few minutes left.
23 seconds.
Well, actually, you let Ms. Klobuchar go well over, so I'm assuming you'll extend me the
I'll
same.
give you the
courtesy.
same minute I gave to her.
You gave it a minute 20. I timed it.
You're using.
I watched you
using
like a hawk, Dick. Mr. Melnick, Mr. Reichlin Melnick, you believe in open borders too, don't you?
I do not, Mr. Kennedy.
Okay. On November 1st, 2022, you tweeted, both Texas and Louisiana have their knives out for black immigrants. Do you remember that tweet?
I don't, but it's quite possible.
What Texans, it's not only possible, it happened. You're not denying it, are you?
No, I'm saying, referring
What
to the
Texans?
context.
Who are
I
you
actually
talking
don't
to?
know the
Who
context.
are you talking to about who in Texas had their knives out for black immigrants?
Guessing the context, but my suspicion is
Give
that
me
it
a
has to
name.
do the
Give me a
Attorney
name.
General Ken Paxton and
Give
the
me a
Attorney
name.
General of
Give me a
Louisiana.
name.
I just did.
You don't have a name, do you?
I just said Ken Paxton.
You don't have a name, do you? You just said it, didn't you?
Just said Ken Paxton.
All right, how about Louisiana? You said Louisiana has its knives out for black immigrants. Who in Louisiana were you talking about?
Again, I'm not certain. That was 2 years ago, and as I'm sure you know, much has happened in the last 2 years.
Well, did you say it?
Again, I do not remember the context,
But you don't.
Senator
You
Kennedy.
said somebody had their knives out from Louisiana for black immigrants, but you don't know who they were. You just said it.
I said the Attorney General of Louisiana and Texas, and I believe this referred to specifically lawsuits brought and arguments that were made in court that the arrival of Haitians
I'm out
and
of time,
others
but I
were
want to get you
inherently
on the
dangerous,
record.
which was
You
not.
Thank you very much, Senator.
believe
Appreciate
that the
your
Attorney
questions.
General at that time of Louisiana had his knives out for black immigrants. That's your testimony.
Given their
Thank you,
litigation
Senator Kennedy.
conduct, yes.
Senator Hirono.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Here's the thing. When Kennedy says the border is an open, bleeding wound, he's not exaggerating. Over 4 years of policy negligence, deliberate rollbacks, and political pandering have turned what used to be a manageable security challenge into chaos by design. The Center for Immigration Studies, hardly a partisan mouthpiece, confirmed exactly that. It's not a natural disaster, it's a Biden-made one. And Americans are paying the price while illegal crossings explode. Fentanyl pours in, and communities across this country deal with the fallout. Kennedy pressed a point that hits home for millions of law-abiding Americans. If you wait in line, if you play by the rules, you're treated like a fool under this administration. Legal immigrants are stuck in red tape, while those who break the law get released into the country with benefits, housing, and little accountability. That's not compassion, that's injustice. Then the conversation shifts. A military official gets questioned about comments he made calling President Trump a fascist and labeling MAGA Republicans the same. Think about that. A man who once wore the uniform, who's supposed to uphold duty, honor, and respect, now casually insults millions of patriotic Americans who love their country. And when Kennedy confronts him on it, the man hides behind procedural talk, saying he's not there to discuss policy. It's the classic bureaucratic dodge. Never take responsibility, never admit bias, and never own your words. What this hearing exposed wasn't just the border crisis. It exposed how deep the rot goes inside the system. The same people who created the chaos at the border are the ones sitting in D.C. panels pretending to be neutral experts. They talk about rule of law, yet defend an administration that's done everything possible to undermine it. Kennedy asked a simple question. Do you believe in open borders? And the hesitation spoke volumes. Because deep down, they do. They may not say it out loud, but every policy, every refusal to enforce the law, every statement about equity and compassion tells you they're perfectly fine with erasing the border entirely. And then there's the last part, when Kennedy questioned another witness about a tweet claiming Texas and Louisiana had their knives out for black immigrants. Suddenly, the witness couldn't remember a thing. Typical. They smear entire states, entire groups of people, and when asked to back it up, they don't recall. But make no mistake, those comments weren't accidental. They're part of a larger effort to racialize the immigration debate and distract from the real issue: the total collapse of border security under Joe Biden. Here's what this all means. America is being tested. Our laws, our sovereignty, our common sense, all being trampled by a political class that sees chaos as a strategy. But patriots like Senator Kennedy aren't backing down. He's exposing the lies, holding the elites accountable, and saying what every honest American already knows. This disaster didn't just happen, it was built. So if you believe in borders, if you believe in law and order, if you believe in a country that still means something, then this fight is yours too. Stick around, stay loud, and don't let them gaslight you into silence. Like this video, subscribe, and drop a comment below on what you think should happen next at the border, because voices like yours matter more than ever.